Hi, kindergartners. It's Mrs. Ott, and it's time for today's shared reading. Today we'll be reading the book Up in the Cloud Forest by Tess Fletcher, illustrated by Kathy Morrison. This is a Wild Places series book. Up in the Cloud Forest. Boys and girls, this book is a mixture of fiction and nonfiction. So you are going to see some fiction in the big story, but there will be sidebars that give you some facts about these interesting animals. I went to the cloud forest to see what I could see. I saw a funny bear, and it just looked at me. Grr. Speckled bear. A speckled bear looks as if it's wearing glasses. It is the only bear that lives in South America. It looks very similar to the panda, doesn't it, boys and girls? I went to the cloud forest to see what I could see. I saw a tiny frog, and it jumped onto me. Peep. Frog. This frog can change its skin to make it smooth or spiny. That's really cool. I went to the cloud forest to see what I could see. I saw a shiny hummingbird, and it flew over me. Zip. Hummingbird. This shiny blue hummingbird's wings are brown on the underside. Boys and girls, hummingbirds are very fast. That's why it says zip. I went to the cloud forest to see what I could see. I saw a little lizard, and it sat next to me. Hiss. Lizard. The dwarf dragon is a small lizard. I went to the cloud forest to see what I could see. I saw a skinny walking stick, and it crawled onto me. Walking stick. A walking stick is a bug that can look like a stick. I went to the cloud forest to see what I could see. I saw a slow brown sloth, and it climbed up above me. Aye. Three-toed sloth. The three-toed sloth can turn its head almost all the way around. Do you remember learning about the sloth earlier in the year? I went to the cloud forest to see what I could see. I saw a fluffy red bird, and this bird is called Cock of the Rock. This bird is called Cock of the Rock. It likes to bob up and down, bow, and hop around to show off its bright feathers. It screamed and screamed at me. Kee, 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 kee. I don't think she likes the sound of that bird, do you? About the cloud forests. A cloud forest, or fog forest, is a kind of rainforest in high mountains. Most of the animals in this book live in the Andes Mountains of South America. Cloud forests are covered with clouds that float around the treetops most of the time. These forests have lots of moss and trees. There are many animals that live only in cloud forests. I hope you enjoyed our story today and that you learned some things about some new animals that live in the cloud forest.